What's up guys, this is Balázs from Racing Brick. I already showed you most of the brand new 2021 Speed Champion sets. If you missed any of my reviews, you can watch them by clicking on the link in the top right corner. There is a single set remaining, and to tell the truth, I was a bit disappointed when it finished in the last position in the poll, but here it is. The 76904 Mopar Dodge SRT Top Fuel Dragster and 1970 Dodge Challenger TA. Well, that's not a short name either. A funny fact, the official name on LEGO.com actually includes the twin slashes from the Dodge logo. That's kind of odd. So, on the front of the box you can see both vehicles on a drag strip. I have to say the Challenger really needs to hide something extraordinary under the hood, otherwise the Dragster would already be far ahead of it. On the back we have the usual layout, two rear shots of the cars, some details, and two photos of the real ones. Let's open the box. The set has 627 pieces. The price is $49.99. I did not find a confirmed euro price yet, but based on other currencies it will be again more expensive around here. There are 4 numbered bags in the box, 2 manuals and 2 sticker sheets. The Dragster has way more stickers than the Challenger, but that was kind of expected. Normally I would talk a bit about the real car before starting the build, but this time I will do it the other way around and try to explain some things during the process. It is pretty obvious for the first sight, the Top Fuel Dragster is very different from the usual Speed Champions cars. As you see, this core section looks nothing like a regular car build, but it is quite interesting from a structural point of view. Some panels are already added to the sides and I had to apply the first one of the many stickers. I have to tell you that it's a real pain to align the black stickers on the black panels, but the end result will be stunning. I added the front wing and then some yellow tires to cover the bottom of the vehicle. I already love the color scheme. Now here's a cool trick how the slant front section is built. As you see, this assembly is held in place by those clips and fits perfectly in the slot between the side panels, recreating properly the shape of the car's long nose. After adding some structure to the rear, we return to the front and have to cover the top of the nose section with stickers. We have the driver's seat built with the steering wheel, time to close the sides with these stickered panels. 2 small angled panels go to the sides to make the rear wider, then the cockpit window that is the only printed piece for the Dragster. More and more details are getting added to the massive, truly massive Hemi V8 engine at the rear. We are approaching the end of the build. This is the structure that will hold the rear wing using some rods and Technic half beams. So, here is our finished Top Fuel Dragster. Let me explain a bit why I like this car so much. First of all, it is something new, something different. Not another hypercar or yet another Ferrari or Porsche. It is unique and shows a very promising direction for Speed Champions. I really like that the team had the courage to add something fresh to the team, and I hope this was not a one-time occasion. Top Fuel Dragsters are, by the way, a marvel of engineering, with their supercharged engines delivering over 10,000 horsepower, and when they reach the end of the 1000-foot run in less than 4 seconds, their top speed exceeds 500 km per hour. The overall look and the proportions are very well recreated in LEGO form, from the tiny front wheels, the super long nose, the cabin, all the way back to the super detailed engine section. What I probably miss from the rear end is the wheelie bar and the packed parachutes. There's one thing about the rear tires, I think they should be somewhat bigger. There's only a small difference, and I guess LEGO designers tried all the available variations before choosing this specific one, but it still feels a little bit off. Here's the one from the Bronco. The size is better, but the off-road pattern looks out of place. There's a nice cabin with the driver's seat and the steering wheel. That's all the driver needs to control this monster. Now let's take a look at the Challenger. TA stands for Transom. These were limited edition racing cars built for a Mopar racing series in the 70s. The beginning of the car's build is quite conventional. There are no real surprises here, apart maybe the microphone used as a gear shifter. But if we take a closer look at the back, there are some unusual structures prepared. The reason for this is the bottom rear section of the car, which is built upside down and it is held in place with those clips. The whole thing needs to be aligned very precisely, as otherwise it does not fit, but when it does, it makes a very cool and seamless structure. Applying a transparent sticker on a transparent tile won't become my favorite thing to do for sure. It goes to the rear between the rear lights. Just look at all this crazy snot building going on here. And this technique is applied in a lot of places. Check out this slope that is also built sideways. We also have some weird offset and snot building at the front. There seems to be tons of effort to fill in this central area and have those studs shifted compared to the rest of the build. Apparently this was the reason. The hood scoop is just a tiny little bit shifted forward compared to the blocks next to it. Such an effort for this tiny little detail. And here we are, our finished Dodge Challenger TA. It is so refreshing to see a new color introduced for the Speed Champions series, and this Lego dark purple matches perfectly the classic plum crazy purple of these cars. According to the sticker on the side, there's a correct 340 cubic inch 6-pack V8 engine under the hood. The front of the car looks great with the headlights, or the grille with the Challenger TA badge. The purple and black color matches the original design perfectly, and the black vinyl top is also there. It's such a shame that the photos of the press package gave us some false hopes about this 6x6 style. We were expecting an updated, totally smooth version, but this one still has the good old central injection point that kind of ruins the look. The rear is also well captured, the black spoiler, the rear lights with the central Dodge badge on the transparent background, or the bumper. The exhaust tips are also correctly placed in front of the rear wheels. I really like how they are constructed. The printed 2x2 dishes show a nice effort to replicate the classic muscle car rims, although the spherical shape is not a perfect match this time. The interior has the seats and the microphone gear shifter as a detail. Unfortunately, the steering wheel is not aligned with the driver's seat. So, are we happy, Vincent? Almost. There are many great details on this car and the color scheme is really spot on. My main concern is the side of the car. It is simply too flat. I know some will say that I'm nitpicking here, but the Challenger has a very distinctive shoulder line that I'm missing in this case. Sure, there are these 2x2 slopes on the doors to break that big plain side, but I'm missing the angled upper section. This is again something that might not be possible to recreate at this scale, but when I tried to find a solution, I just looked at the Corvette and it struck me. If we turn that upside down, this is the shape I was looking for. It might not work around the wheels, but I hope there will be brave modders who will give it a try. So the car has a nice overall look with a stunning color scheme, but is just a bit too boxy to be an instantly identifiable Challenger. Without the stickers, it could be easily another muscle car from the era. About the minifigs, we have two drivers, both of them with nice printed torsos on the front and the back with Dodge branding. One thought about the size. I read some comments saying that the Top Fuel Dragster is way too big. Yes, it is 35 cm long, which is enormous at this scale, but these things are around 10 meters long in real life. If we compare it with the Challenger, that one is just below 5 meters and has approximately half the length, so this one looks correct for me. So, did I like this set? Yes, very much. I'm a Dodge fan, so this might be again a biased opinion, but I'm really happy to see something new, something unconventional in a Speed Champions set that still looks great and has tons of authentic details, and the Top Fuel Dragster is all about that. The Challenger is a nice classic muscle car. I love the purple-black combination. I just wish it was a little bit more characteristic. So guys, this was the 2021 Speed Champions lineup. I hope you enjoyed the reviews as much as I did. It ended way too soon. Please let me know in the comments which car is your favorite, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe and tap that notification bell. There are still many more exciting videos coming. See you next time, bye bye.